welcome to another green marble crochet tutorial. For this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make the skirt to go with the Harlequin singlet that I just made with the same yarn that I used for that singlet. You may have noticed I was wearing that skirt at the end of the tutorial for the last one, but I want to make it differently to how I made it then, because I want to add a drawstring. Otherwise it doesn't stay up very well. So it's going to be exactly the same, just take out the bit on the side that I did with the laces and stuff, and instead make a drawstring for it, which I think will look really nice. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'll be using the same colours. I can't remember what that yarn was called. I'll show you in a moment, that one as well. And I'll be using my 3.5. Yes. So yeah, there's that. I've got plenty of more yarn and plenty more designs on the way. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you would like to subscribe and you haven't, I would love to have you join me. Yeah. Also, I'm going to put my Patreon in the description below. Just because. And thank you to all my subscribers, and thank you to my patrons. I'm grateful for your support. Alright, I don't really think there's much to say. Yeah, so like I said, I'm making it. It's exactly the same as it was before. So that's with the Harlequin stitch sort of belt, waistband, if you want to call it that. And the rest is going to be in double crochet. So just from that. Nothing really complicated. So yeah, this would be a really easy one to make, I think. Okay, let's get started. Alright, so to begin, this is the label of the yarn that I'm using. So it's Ruby Campina, and like I've said in the past, I can never find the ply on any of the labels in Spain for yarn. So it's 100% acrylic at 100 grams, and for a square of 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters using a 3mm hook, it's 23 by 28. So I hope that helps. As far as this goes though, if you wanted to, for the weight, if you were going to say either a worsted or a DK or something, this is probably a DK weight. I'm just going to say that because that's what I think. Okay, so now also I need to explain that the way we're measuring this is the same as we did for the top. So what you do is you chain a length, and for the top we chained a length that was going to wrap around our bust area and around our back. And then with that, because the Harlequin stitch draws everything in, makes it sort of tighter and gives it less length, we have to add a certain amount. So the way I figured it out was you chain a length that measures the area that you want it to fit, and then you figure out what 9% of that chain is, and you add that to the original chain. So for this skirt, what I figured out was the whatever the length was that was the original plus the 9% for me is going to be 66, because what we also need is we need multiples of 8 plus 6, because there will be 3 double crochets at the beginning and 3 double crochets at the end. Just bearing in mind this is just for the waistband part, the sort of belty part for the Harlequin stitch. The rest is going to be double crochet. So yeah, so my beginning chain is 166. So we're going to find the end of our chain, and we're going to, we're going to find the end of our yarn. And we're going to move everything aside, we'll focus the camera, and then we're going to make a slip knot. So to make a slip knot, that's just like that. Then we're going to adjust the knot to our hook, and we're going to chain our length. So yeah, go away, chain your length, figure out what the size needs to be, figure out 9% of that, then add that 9% to the original chain, but then round it off so that you've got multiples of 8 plus 6. Okay, so I'm going to go away and chain my 166. Did I say 100? I I said 166 because that's what it's going to be. Alright, see, so to chain stitch, that is like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we'll meet up again. Alright, now here is my chain of 166. So I've done that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work our way back to the beginning of the chain. Just leave the last chain on the hook there, and then working our way back to the beginning of that chain. Be really careful not to get it twisted, because you don't want that to happen. Going back to the beginning. Very carefully, so you twist it like that. Don't get it twisted like that. Where are we? There we go. Alright. Yep. And there we go. Alright, now that we're back at the beginning, we're going to turn it like this. Focus. And then we're going to slip stitch into the first chain to create a really, really big chain circle. So to slip stitch, you just stick your hook through that chain at the beginning. Fiddly yarn. Like that. And then pull the yarn through like that. And then pull it through there as well. And slip stitch. Alright, now from here what we're going to do is we're going to chain up 2, so 1 and 2, chaining up 2, and not into the slip stitch, not into the stitch that we slipped into, so not into that one there. We're going to double crochet into the next, and by stitch I mean chain. We're going to double crochet into the next chain along, so that one, so double crochet into that chain, the next one. Here, I hope you can see that. Not that one, but that one. Double crochet into one chain, and then into the next chain another double crochet. So next chain after that, double crochet, and then into the next chain another double crochet. So that's 3 double crochets straight up to begin with. Just like that. So there we go, 3 double crochets. Now what we do next is we skip the next 3 chains. So counting along, 1, 2, 3, skip those chains, and into the 4th chain, this one just here, we're going to put 3 double crochets all into that one chain. So 1, and then another one, 2, and 3. 3 double crochets all into that chain. Then we're going to chain 1 and put another 3 double crochets into that same chain. So 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to skip the next 3 chains. Sometimes the chain right after that, after you've done that cluster of 6, can be a little tight and you might miss it accidentally, so try not to do that. Try always make sure you get that chain just there. It's okay, just there now, but sometimes it can sort of bunch up and be kind of hard to see. So skipping that those next 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, we're going to single crochet into the 4th chain along. So single crochet into that 4th chain along, just like that. And this is the pattern. So we're going to skip the next 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, double crochet 3 times into the 4th chain. When I say stitch I mean chain. So 3 double crochets into that same chain, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, and another 3 double crochets into that same chain, 1, 2, 3, 3, and then making sure you don't miss out on that. Well, it's not too bunched up, so it's fine. So skipping the next 3 stitches, single crochet into the 4th chain along. And you're going to repeat that pattern until the end of the round, but you're going to, when you get to the last 3 stitches or the last 3 chains, I'm going to meet back up with you and I'll show you how to finish the round at those last 3 chains and begin the next. So I'll see you soon. Okay, now I've reached the end of the round, and I would be skipping 3 stitches and putting in a single crochet, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be skipping 3 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, putting a double crochet into that 4th stitch just there, so 1, and by stitch I mean chain, and then into the next chain along we're going to put a double crochet, so that's 2. Oh, dropped my yarn. Oh well, doesn't matter. And then into the next chain along we're going to be putting another double crochet, so that's the final 3 double crochets of the round 3. And there we go, and we've completed that round. Now what we do is, at this point, we slip stitch into the top of that chain 2 from the beginning, so there's the top just there, slip stitch into the top of that, the top chain of that chain 2 to close the round. So there we go. Alright, now to begin the next round we're going to sort ourselves out, and we're going to chain up 2, so chain up 2, 1 and 2. Then we're going to turn the work, and we're going to put a double crochet into the first 3 stitches, so not that stitch just below the chain 2, but the next one along, so 1, first stitch, and next one, 2, second stitch, and 3, third stitch. So there we go, I'm going to do that. Now what we need to do next is we need to double crochet 3 stitches together. So to do that you yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 only, and leave those 2 loops on the hook. Now yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops only, leave 3 stitches on. Now yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, the 3rd one, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and there we go. So now you've got 3 stitches, and 4 including the already done double crochet. Then you yarn over and you pull through all 4 loops, and that's how you double crochet stitches together. Now from here we're going to chain 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and skipping that chain space just there, so you see you did that chain space in that cluster stitch, so you're going to skip that and you're going to double crochet right into the next stitch along after that chain space. So, and what we're going to do now is we're going to double crochet 6 stitches together. So insert a hook into there, double loop, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, leave those loops on the hook, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then we do the same into the next stitch. Now we're going to be skipping that single crochet at the bottom there as well. We're going to go completely past that and we're going to move on to the next stitch after that. So yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So what is that? That is 4, yarn over, next one's going to be 5, and then yarn over, next one's going to be 6. So the 6th one just there, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on the hook, and then you yarn over and you pull through all 7 loops, and just like that. There we go. Now from here what we do, we once again chain 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now you're going to double crochet 6 stitches again together. So we'll go through that one more time. So once again, make sure to bypass that chain space, and also make sure you're bypassing that single crochet at the bottom. You're not going to use that. So just go through this again with you. Inside hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then again yarn over, inside hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, bypassing that single crochet just there at the bottom. Next stitch along will be 4, and then 5, and that 6th one just there. 7 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through all 7. Then you're going to chain another 7, and you're going to repeat this process until the end. I will meet back up with you at the end where there should be a final 3 stitches that you need to double crochet together. I will meet back up with you then, and we'll go through it together, and we'll join the round, and we'll work on round 3. Okay, see you soon.